Diddy.
My job is to shield his private life from the public. A lot of times you would have him with a younger female, and there's a power dynamic there. A more impressionable girl is easier to reel in. Consent is between the people that are engaging, and I wasn't there in these situations to understand that.
So if you've been following the mess going on with Diddy, you know that things are getting real and more explosive details are getting out. We've been hearing a lot about his alleged freak offs and everything that's been going down behind closed doors. But now Diddy's ex-assistant is coming forward, dropping some never before heard stories about what really went on at those wild parties. Stick around, because this story gets deep, and trust me, you won't believe what this former employee is saying. As Diddy's trial looms in May 2025, it seems like the pressure is building and people are coming forward to speak out against him. More and more details about his alleged freak nights are coming to light, with new lawsuits and even more shocking information being revealed. And now Diddy's ex-assistant is stepping up with some damning details that will have you questioning everything you thought you knew about the case.
Diddy telling Pines to bring him various substances during those Wild King nights.
The assistant, Philip Pines, is one of the key people suing Diddy right now, and he's got some serious stories to tell. In a new documentary called The Fall of Diddy, Pines opened up about his time working for Diddy and what really went down at those infamous parties. What he shares is absolutely chilling. One of the most disturbing things Pines revealed was how Diddy allegedly ordered him to sleep with a woman to prove his loyalty. Yeah, you heard that right. At one of those freak nights, Diddy reportedly handed Pines a condom and pushed him towards a woman on the couch, telling him he had to prove his loyalty to Diddy, his king. Pines shared how he froze in the moment, not knowing what to do. He was caught off guard, wondering if this was a test or some sick game for Diddy's amusement, but he didn't refuse, because he'd seen what happened when people didn't follow Diddy's orders. Pines had witnessed former staff get physically harmed for not doing what Diddy asked. He was scared of what might happen if he said no.
Prove your loyalty to me, king. He grabbed me by the shoulders, pushed me to a girl that was on the couch. In the moment, it just felt like, what? Like, is this fun for him? Is this like a test?
The whole thing left Pines traumatized. He said he ran out of the room as soon as he could after performing, but the incident left him emotionally wounded for life. This wasn't just an awkward moment, it was a part of a much darker pattern of behavior that Pines and others were forced to endure. And if that wasn't enough, Pines also revealed some disturbing text messages he received from Christina Coram, Diddy's chief of staff, who was allegedly involved in organizing these parties. These weren't your average text messages. These were requests for items that paint a chilling picture of what went down during Diddy's FOs.
Obviously, there was, male libido supplements, stuff like that.
And Phil, do we have any more chocolates? Because she's going to need a chocolate in a minute.
It was up to Phil and the team to scramble and put together what Diddy required for these Wild King nights.
Pines was asked to gather a long list of items for the party, including baby oil, ketamine, marijuana, libido supplements, and even a lubricant called Astroglide. But it didn't stop there. He was also tasked with getting prescription substances, including Zolpidem, a sedative, and Cialis, a substance known for its use in party scenes, but originally meant for ED. It's clear from these messages that these events were not just wild, they were intentionally orchestrated with disturbing details in mind.
We usually had a laundry list of items that included lights, alcohol, marijuana, ketamine, Molly. Those requests started to become more frequent.
And here's where things get even darker. Pines didn't just serve as an assistant during these parties, he was also the one left to clean up afterward. And the mess he had to deal with was beyond anything you can imagine. Pines shared that when he walked into the aftermath of one of Diddy's wild FOs, the room was a disaster. There were stains everywhere, used protections, baby oil half used, and Astroglide spilling from the sides of the bottles. There was broken glass, piss, and even blood stains on the furniture. The baby oil was so thick on the floor that Pines said he could slip on it. There was baby oil surrounding the bathtub, and when he reached in to unplug it, he could feel the slippery substance on top of the water. The mess was disturbing enough, but Pines admitted that the smell of the baby oil stuck with him in a way he'll never forget. For him, just the thought of it was triggering. What Pines is describing sounds eerily similar to the reports surrounding Meek Mill's 27th birthday party, which Diddy threw for him. The villa they rented for the event was left in such a state that that the owner claimed to have found traces of blood and even razor blades after the party. This just goes to show that the chaos Pines described wasn't just a one-off. It's something that seems to happen regularly at Diddy's parties. As always, the internet has some strong opinions on this one. People are split, with some calling out the former assistant, Philip Pines, for his role in what happened, while others are focused on Diddy's actions. One user commented, "This guy is worse than his former boss. He facilitated everything for his boss, and now he is throwing garbage and trying to look clean." On the other hand, some users are questioning the whole forced narrative. One person pointed out he was not spiked and he gave consent. He needs to take accountability. He could have left. He worked for him after it happened. If you are an adult and someone hands you a condom to have sex with someone and you do it, how are you forced? And then there's the straightforward reaction, damn, the diddler is a wild MF. But the big question is, do you believe the stories being told about Diddy's FOs? How much deeper does this go? And what happens next with all these new revelations coming to light? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to stay updated with the latest stories straight from the hood.